Hey, welcome back everyone. Got some more Age of Empires here. And we got ourselves a mirror match. I think more people are starting to pick the Abbasid dynasty on this map, Ancient Spires. And I can't blame them, there's just so much food on the map. It's easy to expand and defend. You can easily get 2, maybe 3 town centers up. I've seen Rus players on this map. They get a quick second town center, then go from there. But yeah, there's just tons of choke points. You only have to wall a few key areas off, and then you're safe in your corner. I could maybe wall this little gap, and now all I've got left is whether I want to wall in maybe this gap here, and then protect this lake, and that's it. I can expand all I want into this back area, gather up all these berries, gather up all this stone. So I'm up against Zavarn, 10 or 1-0. He's playing as the Abbasid. I'm doing the same. And it's probably going to be a pretty slow start. I think I'm going to 4X it here for a little bit, because we are both just going to be gathering up stone and wood and getting up our extra town centers. So I'm aging up here, trying to scout. We're going to see if we can't get some more sheep off the map. Looks like we are getting our wood. We're probably going to start gathering our stone here in a moment. Yep, looks like it. And recent YouTube commenter suggested pulling more villagers off of food early on, because if you just want to sprint straight for that second town center, there's really no need to keep so many villagers on berries and sheep or just any food in general. So pull them off, get mining, get that second town center up ASAP. So we're mining away. Looks like we got the stone we need. Now we just need a little bit of wood. My scout actually spots his second town center going up. And we're going to be really annoying here. We're gonna snipe down the deer that surround the second town center, just to make it that much more annoying to gather food from this deer camp. That's got to be frustrating. But look at that. He's actually going for another town center straight away. I'm glad I have my scouts here scouting, because I would have probably just stuck with 2 town centers and not realized what he was up to. But there you go. He's actually going for 3 town centers. So now that we've got our second one up, we're going to continue to mine. We'll get up to 3 as well. Wasn't sure where to put it. I had already started walling off this area. I don't think I'm going to go for this other deer camp. I think he put it here because it was between the gold and these berries. I think I'm going to put mine right here next to these shoreline fish. Yeah, that's at least a convenient food source for us to gather from. I am sending out a camel archer or 2, because I noticed he was starting to wall up. And so that means there's a few villagers out here that we can pick off for some early economic gains. So there we go. Get a villager there. Now I'm going to be eyeballing these villagers here, or probably at this wood line. He's making camel archers of his own, and it looks like he put down 2 archery ranges, so he's probably just going to be making pure camel archers. I'm going to send my scout and my camel archer in. There we go, starting to get shots off on these villagers. Oh, just need one more hit. Oh, I must have just barely lost track of it. But now I'm focused firing down some of these villagers, so that's good. Should have boxed these villagers to try and find out which ones were injured, but looks like we're up to 3 villager kills already. Feeling pretty good. Would love to get this last villager down to 8. Oh, need a few more hits here. I don't think we're getting him. Over here we lose our scout as well, and now we've lost pretty much all of our scouting information, though we do have a camel archer just sort of sitting here hanging out. We got our 3rd town center. We're probably a little bit behind economically, but it's hard to say. Let's look at income. Looks like I'm still gathering stone. I don't know if I really need it. He's definitely just going straight castle age. I'm going to put down some military structures here. Yeah, look at that. Just more and more camel archers. Ooh, should not have rallied my camel archers here. Or at least if I'm going to rally them here, pick off the villager. Unfortunate losses there. But now I know his unit composition. he's probably just going to be making big loads of camel archers. So we'll just make horsemen and try to harass him in this awkward in-between time where he's trying to go Castle Age, but he's not quite there yet. Yeah, it looks like we're rallying villagers over to gold. The rest of our villagers are rallied to food. We'll keep gathering a bit of wood. I probably don't need this many on wood, but I'm kind of anticipating that when I make it to the Castle Age, I'm going to need mangonels. Mangonels are particularly effective versus those camel archers. So we'll go horsemen, eventually get our mangonels, and then decide what other units we might want from there. It's possible he'll make lancers as well, and we'll need spearmen, or maybe he'll just keep making archers and we'll need maybe knights and more mangonels. We could also consider making camel riders, but we'll see. It's very possible that he's going to go the classic Abbasid composition of just horsemen and camel archers. I don't really go that build, but it's pretty common out there, especially on Ancient Spires. You can see he's really taking off in terms of income. We're trying to keep up, but he did get that third town center up before us, and so hopefully the villager kills we got are kind of evening things out. Yeah, you can see we're actually pulling ahead in terms of food. Hard to say. We're going out on the map. Don't know how I feel about this. It's a little risky, but we're hoping to encounter his camel archers. Oh, but here they are, killing my villagers. I'm glad I built the palisade gate here. My villagers can just run over and start mining. Looks like we lost maybe 2 or 3 villagers there. I'm going to send these forces back home because I didn't like how close those camel archers were. I'm going to try and plug up this gap with them. Horsemen make it through. He didn't quite wall all of that off, and now we're on top of his villagers. Hopefully we'll get a few kills here. Nice. Looks like we got 1 there. But now I'm realizing he's probably going to be sending his units here, so let's just get out of here. We'll send them the long way around. Still aggressively gathering food. Oh, now we're encountering his camel archers. He's given them the +1 ranged attack. We actually don't even have... Oh no, we do have a blacksmith. It's pumping out its first upgrades now. But you can see this unit composition does really well versus the camel archers. Just look at us stab them down. Yeah, he has to retreat. He killed my infantry and now he just can't handle these horsemen. And they're just going to attack them all the way home because camel archers are a little bit slower than the horsemen. Oof, good kills there. We're in his base with these horsemen. This is our chance to scout a little bit, but we're going to send them to the wood line to try and get some kills. Now we're finding some villagers here, or a villager. Yeah, would love to stab some villagers. Oh yeah, it's 2 of them, okay. So now we're attacking villagers on his wood line and the ones that are just out here building walls. Ooh, hopefully we can get... Oh, these last 2, I'd love to pick these off. Good villager kills right there. We make it up to the Castle Age as well, so we're both there. I need to prioritize getting mangonels. Also need to prioritize getting out on the map. He's starting to wall off a lot. Fortunately, we're capturing, or we're noticing when he does it, and we're very conveniently finding his villagers and getting some villager kills. So we're putting him behind economically, but he is getting a bit more map control. Yeah, there's the veterancy upgrade for his camel archers, so he's definitely going the camel archer route. We're just annoying him with these horsemen. He can kill them if he wants. And it looks like, yeah, we're starting to stonewall off the south end of the map. We're thinking of engaging with his units with this small group, but he's got a lot here. Looks like some of our upgrades are starting to come through. Yeah, that ranged armor is going to be helpful. Well, let's see if he wants to fight here. Looks like he's backing off. I've got my scouts kind of patrolling. We see these villagers on the move, but I don't realize what they're doing. They're actually putting a keep down right here. It's a pretty good spot for it, too. We're checking to see if we can still get through this gap, but it looks like he's walled it off completely. So instead, I'll park units on the relics to the north. Finding a few of his units here. On the back end, we're just trying to macro as hard as we can. Get more military production, get more upgrades. We're just trying to move as quickly as we can. But it's hard. I mean, we're losing the map even if we're getting some good economic advantages back home. Yeah, we are getting upgrades. That's good. Looks like we find some villagers on berries, but okay, he's starting to mix in some spearmen, so he's starting to get a blended composition. He's definitely got a stables, archery range, barracks, and there's the keep. It's going to snipe down these scouts. Unfortunate. And now we're going to have to get a trebuchet to deal with it. We've got our own mosque down. We're going to try and grab up this relic to the south. And you can see he's already on the move on these sacred sites. We've still got his composition in our sights. It's a lot of camel archers. We're going to get those mangonels out. Yeah, we've got our siege workshop. Hopefully we can get the trebuchet next. Knights would be pretty good here. He didn't have that many spearmen. But it looks like I'm pumping horsemen in the meantime. The crossbowmen, debatable if I really need these units. But we'll make them. Really, it's good we're spamming out all these archers. They're pretty decent against his unit composition. Yep, losing the sacred site here. But we're securing our own bits of the map, and at least we're denying some of these relics. I'm worried about these relics to the south. We'll see if he grabs those shortly. That's probably where he'll send his imam next. Knights heading up to park. I'm just parking them on this other relic. There comes the mangonel. Let's try and get that trebuchet out to the front. But he's coming forward. We're going to pull our villagers back and then just send them right back to work. We're not too worried about this. We've got our mangonel, and this is a nice choke point. He can't really engage on my my mangonel here. Good shots there. Love seeing that. Really, after we've walled off all this, his approach is pretty much this gap here or up here near these berries. We're starting to chop through here, but we can probably just plug up this gap in a second. Looks like he has grabbed this relic. I've just grabbed this relic. So it looks like we're playing the religious game here. I'm going to build Springald, battering ram, and I'm going to have the trebuchet just fire at the keep. He's built up a lot of stone, so he can repair the keep all he wants, but I don't really know if it's worth it to be having your villagers mining stone and then other villagers consuming that stone just to keep this keep alive, which isn't doing anything. So he's going to lose a bit of his economic advantage here. Yeah, we're just smacking away at it. Let's check income. I'm ahead in food. Kind of tied up in terms of wood. I'm ahead in gold, but he is gathering stone. He's still gathering stone. He just really wants to keep this keep alive. And he's got the medical centers upgrade. Looks like it just came through. It's fixing up all of his camel archers. Look at that. I'm going to engage with his units because the mangonel can still take shots, and this battering ram's doing a good job getting extra damage in on the keep. And there he is repairing with all these villagers. 12 villagers. Just look at his stone disappear. That stone his villagers had been gathering. So it just seems like a losing trade here. Then again, I am losing units. Oh, he comes around the backside with horsemen to try and target down the trebuchet, but we've just wedged our units in here. This is such a good position for siege units in these narrow chokes. Ouch. Springald on this keep is hitting my mangonel. I need to retreat it back. But we're still dealing damage to the keep. We'll probably get another trebuchet out. Looks like he's grabbed that other relic. My imam was on the way to grab it, but missed out on it. My units are trying to find a way in, but my opponent has done a really good job walling in. You can see my units are just kind of bouncing back and forth, not sure what to do. Oh, these villagers are in the wrong place. Oh, that's painful. Okay. We've also noticed another keep up here. It looks like he's trying to move in on this sacred site. It looks like he's got some horsemen sitting back here. We're continuing to make mangonels, and we're gonna keep making springalds because we know that we know that our opponent is gonna keep making camel archers and gonna want to counter our mangonels with springalds. We're burning down outposts, trying to break through his walls, but he's sent his army in, and I think they're just gonna clean me up here. Although I'd love to break through. Oh, okay, he's just gonna repair with villagers. At least we can take out the outpost and neutralize the sacred site. Nice. Over here, I'm losing my archers. Okay, looks like we put an end to that outpost, but yeah, the keep is still up. He's coming forward with springalds. He's trying to target the trebuchet, but I've got my own springalds in the back here, and this outpost has a springald emplacement as well. So you can see we're building up a good bank of stone, whereas my opponent has just been gobbling it up, repairing this keep. We're still parked on these relics, so at least we're denying him there. Looks like we've secured one. We've neutralized the sacred site, but my opponent's definitely on 2. So we need to keep that in mind. Oof, those springalds are doing good work. We're going to retreat, try and draw the springald forward so that my horsemen can get in there. Let's check in on upgrades. Looks like I've got 2-2 upgrades for nearly everything. Looks like he's kind of falling behind on upgrades, actually. Oof, he's still taking shots on the trebuchet. But yeah, he has to back off the moment my infantry come forward. And he's got more units coming in. This could be difficult. This is tough. I'm going to flood these units forward, try to protect the siege units. He's thinking of going around, but he's just losing everything. He makes it to the Imperial Age, but he's losing his army here. I've got units flooding to the north. We're going to put down a battering ram over here, try to get into his base. He is still repairing this keep. Oh, those mangonel shots are so good. As long as this mangonel's firing, I'm happy. And with these 2 trebuchets, we can really out DPS what he's got going on here. His springalds are doing good work against my siege, but my siege is getting the job done. And yeah, now we're coming forward with way more heavily armored units. He's just got regular archers here. These are 2-2 knights. Oh, these lancers are scary. We knocked down the keep, and I think his confidence is just broken. He loses all these villagers. He sees his army wiped. He has no resources because he just made it to the Imperial Age, and he just taps out. I think he could have stuck around. I mean, I was probably about to tear through this palisade and then just run amok in his base, especially with this battering ram on the way, but still. It was a great game. Hope we get more Abbasid mirror matches like that.